everyone, welcome back to Amorous. I have my windows open and thank you, plane, for flying over, like right now when I'm recording. It's really nice. Can you guys hear that? Well, not anymore. My fan is on because I'm hot. Well, more ways than one, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna jump into it. So we finished up Remy, so I guess we're gonna go for, I gotta go home, actually. Okay. Right. I'm sorry. Oh. Oops. Wrong one. I'm sorry, that my recording software keeps, like, freezing on stuff. I don't know why it does that. We're gonna call Dustin. I hadn't seen Dustin for a couple of days. Not a major issue, usually, but I figured I should give him a call and see what was up. Ring, ring, click. Hey, Jaybird. I was wondering when you were going to call me. Really? I was wondering why I hadn't heard from you. Things have been a little busy lately. Kinda hard to explain over the phone. Are you busy? No, not right now. No, I'm free at the moment. Good. Do you mind if I swing by your place and pick you up? I really need to talk to you. Sure? Great. I'll be over in just a bit. Click. Without another word, the phone went quiet. What in the heck is going on with that guy? Dustin wasn't that far away from my parents' house, so I grabbed what I could to make myself decent. I'd barely just finished when there was a knock at the door. Everything still good on this front? Okay. Just checking my recording software. I headed out of my room and screeched to a halt when I saw who answered the door. Thick boy. You're a thick boy. Jaybird, there's a line at the door for you. Oh, you're so thick. Why are you so thick, Dad? Yeah, sorry about that, Dad. Just going to head out and do some more job hunting with a friend. What the You're so thick! Why are you so thick? Go on a diet. Is that you in the picture? You're so thick! Sorry. Uh-huh. Be back at a reasonable time tonight, okay? Me and your mom do like to sleep sometimes. Right, sorry. I'll be back quite quick or quiet. Dad wandered off, grumbling a little under his breath while I opened the door. Hey there, Jaybird. That was your dad? It's a very long story. Still, he's nice enough to let me stay here, so I probably shouldn't antagonize him more than needed. Gotcha. Well, I've got a surprise for you, first off. Dustin stepped away from the door long enough for me to see what was behind him. A bright cherry red sports car was parked neatly in my parents' driveway. It looked like it had just rolled off the lot. You sold Betsy? You sold Betsy? I had to admit a little sadness at the sight, despite its curmudgeonly attitude. What? What the fuck is that word? I'd grown to like Betsy. You sold Betsy? I did. It was hard, but I'll explain it on the way. It's kind of personal and I don't really feel comfortable talking out here. Go ahead and hop in. It's fresh off the lot and I've been wanting to give her a little spin around. I'm still with a midlife crisis there, buddy. I still wasn't completely sure what was going on, but I'd gotten to the point where I trusted Dustin. Okay. We both slid into the car, the leather seat cradling my back and rummed quite nicely. Dustin smiled and slid into the driver's seat before revving up the engine. Compared to the choking and sputtering from Betsy, this new car was silent as a whisper when it wanted to be, and only let out a roar of power when Dustin pawed the accelerator. Still, old movies, recycling old dates from VAR, seemed strangely out of character for Dustin to make such a big change. Okay, enough being cryptic. What's going on? Var came by my place again last night, which makes it maybe 2 days since he officially moved into his new place. Dustin's voice trembled with a little hesitation as my heart began to sink. Was Var right? Was this the breakup speech? He'd lined Betsy's cab with rose petals and was laying there with a cooler of beer and a blanket. Said he was sorry for everything he'd done and just wanted me back. This was getting harder and harder to hear. Why the hell would he force me to be in the car with him while he breaks up with me? What kind of sadistic bastard does that? I almost did it. Wait, almost? When I saw him laying there, I felt that same creeping feeling. That comfortable rut coming up from behind again. I could just fall back into that relationship again and play out the same thing a week or a month down the road. A slow curve rocked me back into my seat, pulling the sensation of being a car back to the floor. What? What? Is this just word salad? What the fuck? What? I felt cold and numb from the neck down. I said no. I said no and he went ballistic. Went on how about you meant nothing to me, how he was the only one for me, how I saved him when he needed to get away from his life, and how dare I. Dustin's voice trailed off as we pulled into another slow, lazy turn. I'd forgotten we were going somewhere, but when I looked out the windows, I only saw the ocean. He brought up how many memories we'd made because of Betsy and how he put so much thought into this grand romantic gesture, really poured on the guilt. So what happened? I realized he was right. We had plenty of memories in Betsy. Our fights, his embarrassment when I drove him into a nice restaurant, even the time he walked out on me at a drive-through double feature. Another curve pulled us closer to the ocean, sheer cliffs of sandstone dipping down into beaches spotted with people. That's when I realized that my relationship with Var, it was all like Betsy. It was my first taste of freedom, and I just clung to it like a drowning man. Sorry, the fuck? Oh god, that escalated so fast. I mean, it just happened so fast. I have whiplash. The car slowed to a stop in the small, oak-kept parking space. Smattering of gravel scattered around us. It took me that long to realize we were where we were. That same sandy beach as our last date. Still secluded and quiet. Dustin smiled at me for a moment, pulling a cooler from the back of the car. So, I had to let it go. All of it. Var, Betsy, my obsession with freedom. I had to let myself be free of all that crap. That's why you sold Betsy? I don't know what to say in this situation. So that's why you sold Betsy, to make a clean break of it. Yeah, I need to make a clean start so I can get on with my life. With you. Oh, that's actually really sweet. That's actually really touching. With me? Haha, don't worry, I don't have a ring or anything with me. One major life change at a time. I just mean, I'm done with Var. He's gone for good and you won't have to worry about comparisons or anything. I don't fucking know. That's a relief. It's a relief, honestly. For a moment in the car, I thought you were breaking up with me. Sorry, Var's been looming over all this, and I didn't want to tell you the first part when you could just slam a door in my face. I would have done that. I wouldn't... Alright, I might have done that. I don't know. I would have done that. I wouldn't have done that. I would have let you finish. And then slammed the door in my face. No. 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 You're a better person than I would have been in that case. That still doesn't explain the with me part. I'm not gonna put a label on it, but I like you, Jaybird. I like you way more than I thought I would. I thought you'd be a fun fling, but I think you'd be fun in any situation. Well, that means so much to me. That is very touching. Thank you, Mr. Furry Man. Or any position. I want to say that so badly, but I know that's not the right thing to say. But I'm gonna say anyways, but I'm gonna bow back. Alrighty position. I do know some fun ones. Careful there, since lower left I've had a major case of... Okay! I didn't need to hear that, but okay. Since far left I've had a major case of blue balls. You don't want to provoke a pent-up lion. Don't I? Oh, now you're asking for it. I took off... Oh no. I guess that was the right one. I took off running, kicking up sand and dust as I raced through the dunes with dust and hot on my heels. The cool ocean breeze pumped through my lungs as I glanced to see that predatory hunter, emerald eyes glistening only a few feet behind me. He toyed with me for a moment, staying just enough behind to make me think I could get away before those powerful legs tensed and he tackled me into the sand below. Oh no, I'm gonna get raped! We spluttered for a moment, rolling in the warm sand before he hauled me to my feet. Gotcha! I feigned fear for a moment, his paws slowly releasing me. Of course he wouldn't let me go that easily. That'll hold you. Oh my god. He shucked his shirt. He shucked his shirt! He shucked his shirt! I've never thought I'd be saying that sentence, but here I am saying it, lashing it around my wrists and binding them behind my back. Despite the makeshift nature of my bondage, it was remarkably secure. Holy fuck. I'm getting actually raped on the beach. Of course, now the question is what to do with you. Should I eat you, or should I just stuff my trophy? Oh. See this? This is why they let people's, I think South Africa hunt endangered animals. It's because of this reason. Despite his playful nature, I had a brief flush to the cheeks at the moment of his intentions. My body was flushed and ached under him. Oh god, please stop. Seems like my little prey is good to go eat for either way. Maybe we should just see just how eager you are. He huffed down on me as I looked up at him from the sand, face burning bright. Holy fuck. The sand. The car it is then. Wow. Now I don't want more sand in my car than needed, so say goodbye to your clothes for now. Oh wow. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, now I should just see what the other option was. I couldn't lie to myself. I wanted this, maybe even from the moment I saw him. Still, the journey was satisfying. We spent a few moments trying to clean up, throwing on sandy clothes and making certain no one saw us. Fortunately, it remained our little secret, and by the time the sun had dipped into the horizon, we were packed up and ready to go. There isn't much you can say after a night like that. I felt closer than ever to Dustin, but more importantly, he was willing to get close to me. I couldn't let his hand go the whole ride home, and he didn't try to stop me. It didn't matter if we'd ruined his back seats or that it smelled like a beachfront brothel. All that mattered for now was the ride home and the promise of what might be tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. We got back to my place without incident. My dad was just getting ready for bed and only gave me a passing glower before disappearing into his room. I guess this is good night, Jaybird. Guess so. I'll call you again sometime? He leaned forward and kissed me gently on the cheek. Anytime, kid. Anytime at all. I returned his parting kiss, squeezing his hand softly before letting go and watching him walk out to the door. It might not wind up perfect in the end, but I'll take what I've got right now over that chance. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Well. Oh, okay. It froze a little bit. Okay. So now I want to see what would have happened if I didn't pick that. But first I'm going to save. Right here. Yes, I'm very sure. And now we're going to load because I want to see what would have happened otherwise. Load. Load this one. Yes, I'm very sure. I think so. It means a great deal to hear that. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned about Var coming back, and believe me when I say there's no chance of that now. Dustin shook the cooler for a second, motioning me over as he tossed down a blanket. It was nice the last time, and I'm sure it's going to be even better this time. Do you want a drink? I settled in next to him, checking out the cooler as he popped the top. I'll have a fucking beer. Reaching in, I snagged a beer from the melting ice and handed one to Dustin. Smiling, he popped the top and took a swig. Courtesy of Var's temper tantrum. Free beer never tasted so good. I glanced down at the beer and shrugged. If Var had to be good at something, then hopefully it was picking a beer. While it wasn't amazing, it was cool and refreshing. Just the sort of thing to help balance out a warm day at the beach. For a while, we just let the ocean do the talking, sitting back and enjoying our drinks, drawing closer to each other on the sandy blanket. His hand slid absently over mine, the other settling the empty bottle into the sand nearby. He squeezed softly when he noticed me looking. I wanted to say thanks. I know there's been some rough stuff, but you stuck around. That means a lot to me. My cheeks flushed for a moment, squeezing his hands back firmly. You were worth it, Dustin. Probably the nicest thing anyone said to me in a while. Gingerly, he knitted his fingers through mine, his palm pressed firmly against my own as he turned to look into my eyes. My lips parted, wanting to say something to fill the silence, but instead he leaned forward and pressed his lips against mine. Oh, wow! The kiss was soft and loving at first, our shared warmth growing as he drew close to me. Soon, though, we both pressed deeper into each other's embrace. Oh, my. Our tongues... Okay. I didn't need to know that. Our tongues teased and touched for the moment, his hand squeezing mine firmly as his other slipped down to the small of my back. Oh my god. I felt a shudder run up my spine as our lips slowly parted. The cool ocean air stung my lungs as the sweet taste of his musk on my tongue began to fade. Ugh. I tugged softly on his hand, pulling him toward me and atop me. He straddled my sides, holding me against the soft sand as his lips pressed against my own more forcefully. My hands fumbled with his shirt, stumbling over the buttons until they finally slid free and the thin fabric began to billow in the breeze. Shrugging out of it, Dustin's fingers left mine for only a moment as he cast his shirt aside and pressed his silken, muscular chest against my own. My body arched to his, and as the blanket shifted beneath me, sand puffed up. Dustin coughed and spluttered as sand rained down, forcing me to shut my eyes. Beaches aren't really conducive to this, but I've got a new car that I've just been dying to break in. I don't want more sand in my car. Okay. So it's basically the same thing, but the other one was better. Hooray, we're having sex. It's wonderful. I couldn't lie to myself. I wanted this, maybe even from the moment. Okay. Okay, so we get laid in either way. Anytime at all. I've unlocked it again! Hooray! Whatever. I like how it keeps freezing on that. Okay. So I guess we can go for that guy. There's another guy too. But yeah. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, oh, and also him, but he's gonna be last. Oh, and also him. Unless I can just talk to him. I don't know. Can I date him? I don't think he's a dateable character. But anyways, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Amorous and would like to see more of this really disturbing game, then this is like worse than now any horror game I've ever played. Then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!